Well, good evening, all my little bunnies. Daisy Rabbit here with you tonight, and I am on another video game video. And I'm wearing something extra nice and fluffy still from a full suit video you probably saw recently. So this dress really is comfy, and I didn't want to take it off, and figured, hey, let's do some more recording and talk about something else that's on my list. And that's another Game Boy Advance game. It would be Metroid Fusion. Now, this is not my original copy. It's currently on the miss. But I picked up this reprint copy for a little bit of nothing. So, can't say I necessarily condone this option, but I don't want to spend $50 for a thing I've already spent money on once. And I just wanted the ability to play it, not to collect it. So, there's that. Now, this is a game that I bought when it was new, back in 2002. And I have played so much of it. I have played it several times through, quite a few times through, in fact. In fact, I think it was the first Metroid game I actually finished. And that kind of surprised me. It definitely is of the same kind of controls and look as Super Metroid. And being a Game Boy Advance game and about the same processing power as Super Nintendo, kind of makes sense. But I kind of like it a little better than Super Metroid. Hear me out, hear me out. They're both great games. And it's hard to say which ones you like better because, well, they're all the same stuff. Now, this takes place in the far future from all the other Metroid games. Starts off, the prologue is you visited SR328 again after having eliminated all the Metroids there before, only to find there was another creature there that the Metroids had been keeping in check. So it's a little environmental speech on don't screw with the balance of an area, even if you think that that particular critter is a pest. It might be doing a good job at something. So the X-Parasite, as they refer to it, was infesting the planet, and it was doing a lot of bad things. Unfortunately, the X-Parasite attacks you before the game actually starts in the prologue video, and you're kind of dying. To fix you, they had to surgically remove portions of your armor, which is now fused to your body, with a kind of goopy look to it, which is weird but neat. And they fix you with some Metroid serum, so the blood of the Metroid, so blood, the plasma, some kind of liquid that came out of the Metroid is injected into you, and you live, but you're now permanently fused to part of your battle armor, and it's weird. That's the beginning, okay? And you take back samples of the X-Parasite to a space station where it's going to be researched. Specifically, a space station, apparently, where they have environments of all sorts of parts of SR328. So, lots of different creatures in these environments. 6 different main zones in the tube areas, plus plenty of other utility sectors, a hidden sector, which you get to blow up, the control zones near the top, which is where you start the game and kind of finish the game, because, well, you got exit in the end. And it's so many tubes and attaches. It feels really like you are in a space station that has all these weird environments. The game definitely has a progression setup where you're, at least for a while, where you're definitely 100% focused on your goal. You can't really explore too much, but that does get you a little bit of time to explore and learn your areas, which is important because later these are going to be more useful than in the beginning when you're forced through them. because you get to go back. um, right off, you find out that the X parasite cannot be absorbed by you. It's now the health item as opposed to little purple flashy circles that the old Metroid games had. So killing bad guys either gets you orange floaty globbles that give you health, green floaty globbles that help you regenerate missiles, and red floaty globbles that regenerate both, and a lot of them because, well, it's the kind of the super duper fix one. And finally, there are not the normal. Sometimes when you kill bigger bad guys, you get to absorb a big chunk of X parasite, which gives you back an ability. So that's one of the ways you get to regain your lost stuff or new stuff, depending on the stuff we're talking about. So that's how you get some of them. Other ways, there are data download ports that are throughout the station, and as time goes by, they'll say, all right, we're going to give you this particular power-up. Go to the data port, we're going to let you download a thing, and have you let one more power. We don't trust you, so we're only giving you one thing at a time. Note to self, this corporation does not trust Samus because she has this little pesky history of destroying all of the bad guys and not letting them keep living, whereas the corporation seems to want to keep them and experiment on them, and that doesn't ever seem to work out well for them. I mean, remember Super Metroid? Space Station, totally blown up by Ridley because they thought they needed to save baby Metroid. Yep. That's what you get. So, spoiler alerts here. I'm going to have to spoil the game a little bit to go through this. Your computer CO slowly but surely directs you through all 6 of the areas at least once, into different places, up to the control room, and you learn that it not only has mimicked all these creatures that used to be in these environments and turned them into X parasite critters, but it's also copied you 5 times. There are 5 superpowered, tripped out Samuses running around. Full power up from the end of whatever the last game was, probably Super Metroid at this point. Just jacked up on all how, and like triple ice beam of doom, and you now having Metroid in you are weak against that. This sucks. And you find the reason why they had the Metroids later on, as you accidentally end up in an area where they didn't want you to show up, was they were breeding Metroids on this station. Hence all of the SR328 environments. They had also specifically breeding tanks for Metroids. And they were raising them all the way up to Omega Metroids. Not good. And in your intelligence, you blow the heckers out of that wing and you knock that off the station. Good girl, Samus. Good girl. There are a lot of really good bosses in this game. There were only a few that I even thought were harder, trickier, I think would be the better way of looking at it. There was a spider, but it did have a pattern, and once you learn the pattern, it's not too hard. But if you let it get you, it costs you a lot of damage, and well, that's the one that took me the most tries. After I beat it the first time I'd played the game, I don't think I'd ever not beat it on the first try when I get to it. So there's that. Ridley's in here, or a clone of Ridley, which is an awesome battle as always. There's kind of a mother brain vine creature that's really fun. Okay, that was wicked. I was I was really happy to get to kill that one when I figured out how to do it right. Um, and it's awesome. It's overall a really good fight. Lots of throwback villains from all the previous games as bosses. So this game is really, it's heavy. There's a lot going on. If you want to go and explore, there are tons and tons of hidden items to find, energy tanks and missile tanks and whatnot. So plenty of ammo to be found. There, once you get through most of the game, you find out all of the sectors are actually connected externally. So you don't just have to go up the elevator and come down another one. You can find the secret blow through to go from this zone to this zone. And it can go all the way across the whole station without ever having to go back up to the upper decks. So really kind of cool there. I really liked that. It gave you a lot more continuation. It made it seem more like you were sneaking around and being a naughty little Samus, which, to be fair, that is half the fun of this kind of game, is saying, screw you, CO, and controlling people. I'm going to go do what I want. I do what I want. I do what I want. It's my thing. It's my thing. I just go exploring, looking for all them power-ups. You know you hit them power-ups down there. I know you knew you hit them power-ups down there. So I'm going to find them. So you find them. I think in the end, when I'd last played, can't check my save because game's missing, there was like 2 energy tanks I didn't ever get because they were hidden behind Shine Spark ability ones. So it's where you use the speed booster and you kneel and then you rocket in some direction. But these ones specifically where you had to kneel, space jump up, go through a door, then run across, then rocket up. And I could never quite get it right. So I never got that particular energy tank or whatever. So that's life. But this game is a highly recommend. I know it's available on the WiiWare store. I know I just bought a reprint cartridge, so those exist. And it played well on my DS Lite, so it's good. Double checked it there, so yay. Haven't tried either of these reprints on the Retron yet, but I'd assume they'd work if they worked on this. So digits crossed. And I have bought this one on the WiiWare store, the Wii U's store, so I have it on there as well. So comfy couch, big screen, controller pad, not bad. Kind of like playing on a really big Game Boy Advance. And that screen is really nice for it too, so can't complain. Though I can just shove this cartridge in the Retron and have it on the 60-inch TV. But I'm happy enough with the Wii U's pad. It's good control. So, final review from this little bunny. Definitely recommend it. If you haven't played it, definitely play it, borrow it, buy it, whatnot. It is a good full playthrough. Do it to it. So I definitely want to thank all my little bunnies for watching all the way to the end here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. The Patreon link is in the description below if you're so interested in supporting this this channel and me to improve things, get better hardware, and a little control over what happens sometimes on the tier you pick. So I hope you all be good little fluffy bunnies, and Miss Daisy here will be seeing you later on, and we still have some more Metroids to go over. Yes, there are more Metroids to go over. There's a stack. Can't see them, but they're right in front of the monitor there. Be good little fluffers, and Daisy loves all of you. Mwah.